Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Friday the 5th of September 2025 and this is Flosstube 129. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do also include other crafts and I usually talk about walks and travels that I've been on recently. If you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to be chatting with you all again. I'm filming on a Friday because I'm busy this weekend. Tomorrow I'm on the Cheshire Stitching Day and Sunday it's the Coach Ramble. So this is the only time I've got to film. I don't start work until lunchtime, so I'm getting it filmed now. Whether it's going to get uploaded today is another matter. It depends how today goes. Okay, so I'm going to do an update on my mum. We went to see the oncologist last week and unfortunately the immunotherapy hasn't been working. The tumour's grown. It's now protruding out of her mouth. So we're going to try radiotherapy to try and slow it down. All palliative. She's going to have 10 sessions of radiotherapy. Starting next Wednesday, just to hopefully slow it down, maybe shrink it slightly. But yeah, she's currently only able to eat liquidized pureed food. But yeah, it's been a tough week. But yeah, I'm going to take her to the hospital for radiotherapy on Wednesdays, which is my day off from work. I usually volunteer on that day, but I've got cover for the next few weeks so I can actually take her. So yeah, it's I said to somebody the other day, we've had a nice few weeks where it's just been plodding along and then all of a sudden it's just kicked off again. So yeah, but we knew this was going to happen, so we're just going to have to see. She had a scan last week. When they made the mask, when you have radiotherapy on your head, you have a mask made that they fasten down while you have the radiotherapy, so your head doesn't move at all, so they can focus the radiotherapy where it's needed. So we did that last week, and then next week she starts the radiotherapy. So yeah, okay, right. So let's get on with some stitching. I've got a finish. This finish, it was drawn out as my nature piece and I managed to finish it. Where's my board? I've been moving things around in here, so there we go. This is Gone Fishing by Heritage Stitchcraft, Heritage Crafts as they're now known. One of the silhouette series. So yeah, it's finished. I started this to remember my dad by because he was a fisherman. And it's finished now, so I just need to make something with it. I'll put it in a frame and then it's done. There we go. And it's still available. It was a kit, but I swapped out the fabric. The fabric was 14 count ABCingo and I swapped it out for some even weave because there's a lot of half stitches and things in heritage kits, so yeah, I swapped it for some even weave. There we go. So that's Heritage Stitchcraft's Gone Fishing. And then I've got a couple of new starts. Mainly, as I've said before, when I'm stressed or upset, I start things. I've not got the picture, so I'll put a picture up of what this looks like. This is Quaker Christmas 2 by ByGone Stitches. And I've started it. I'm using the Call for Currant and Blue Spruce threads. Gentle Arts, are they? I can't remember, but yeah, using the Call for, and that's my start. Massive piece of fabric. This is 32 count light mocha. So yeah, it's winning. So yeah, that's Quaker Christmas 2. And then my other new start, when I was at the WI Craft group the other week, we did some black work. So I've picked out a chart that I bought quite a while ago from Etsy, and it's this. This is called Hello There by Patchy at Best Co on Etsy. basically it's Star Wars. You've got R2-D2 and C-3PO in there. You've got the Millennium Falcon. You've got Stormtroopers. You've got lightsabers, Yoda, the Death Star, and then some sort of ship there. But it's black work, so yeah, I thought, yeah, I'm going to do some black work, so started this. I'll put a link down below to the chart, and that's what I got done. I'm just doing this on some 14 count ABCingo. So yeah, that's my start on that one. And then that's my starts. So now I'm on whips. Right, so as I've said in a previous video, I'm doing ABCingo, which is on the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group, which is where you have a grid. This is my grid, and I've coloured in the things that have been picked so far. I know the letter P's been picked today, which is up here. So yeah, and a number or a letter is drawn out every day, and if it's a letter, you stitch on the thing for either an hour or 100 stitches, so I'm doing an hour. And then if it's a number, you stitch that number of things on that design. So yeah, so I've not done my letter P yet. The letter P is Pomegranate Santa by Plum Street Samplers, so I'll be stitching on that later on. Right, so the first one drawn out was the letter L, which for me was Lily by Stacy, Nash. As you remember, I've started this. I hadn't done much. If I remember, I'll put the starting pictures on, because you had to put a starting picture in an album on the group, and then after you've stitched on it. So this is my progress after I'd stitched on it for an hour. This is being stitched on 36 count tin roof by Weeks Dye Works. I'm stitching it one thread over 2 fabric threads. So that's my progress. I'm using all the called for threads. There we go. And then the next one to get drawn out was the letter G, which for me was this one, Gathering Acorns by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I thought it was very funny that on the first day, on Monday, on the 1st of September, I got drawn out a 36 count fabric, and then this one's being done on 40 count ballet slippers by Fox and Rabbit. So yeah, I just thought, yeah, very strange that. So yeah, this is my progress. I'm stitching this 1 over 2 on 40 count. Basically on this I did the brown outline that goes over his ear and down to his nose, and then it goes round his foot and up here. So yeah, that's what I got done in the hour. So that's Gathering Acorns by Cottage Garden Samplings. And then the next day, the number 5 got drawn out. So for the number 5, I'd picked this Moira Blackburn's Season and Time by Bothy threads. And I'd said I'd do 5 letters or motifs. And what I actually did was, I did 2 every, which is 6 letters, and then I did this motif here as well. So yeah. This is 16 count Parchment Ada by Zweigart. That came in the kit. It was a full kit. So yeah, I'm using all the kit stuff. And then yesterday, the number 7 was drawn out. Number 7 was Olivia Ochreleiph by Silver Creek Samplers. And I said I'd do 7 letters or leaves, so like in a dress. And I managed to do quite a lot on this. It was one of those that I like stitching on. This fabric is a grab bag piece of fabric, and I think it's 32 count. Might be 28, can't remember. So basically I finished off the acorn here, this acorn. Oh, that one. Yeah, I finished off that acorn. And then in a dress, let's go to a dress. Well, wrong side. In a dress, I did this big leaf, and then quite a few little leaves, and then I did this acorn as well. And then I also filled in, there's 2 colours in these 2 leaves, and I filled in the second colour in that leaf. So yeah, I think I did 9 leaves, an acorn, and finished off an acorn and a leaf. So yeah, so that's Olivia Ochreleiph by Silver Creek Samplers. There's still some words to go, but I'll do them when I've finished the top bit, and then I'll go, because it's on another page, so I'll go on to the next page when I've done the top page. Right, and then we'll go on to our normal whips. So I'm starting off with The Haunting by the Drawn Thread. Yeah, I've no dragon. I've not stitched on him all week in these last 2 weeks, basically because I've been doing the ABCingo. So The Haunting by the Drawn Thread. This one is one that stays in my work bag, and I stitch on it at work when I'm there first thing in the morning, which the past few weeks hasn't happened much with various things going on. Taking my mum to hospital, and I've also been doing a bit of outreach work, so I've been working different hours. Where's my board? So basically, what I've done on this time, I finished off the house. Well, I've finished off, I did the black on the house. There's still one colour left to go in the windows, and then that house is done. This is it 32 count dark cobblestone? So yeah, it came in the kit because I got it kitted up from Nimble Thimble. So yeah, that's that one. I've just ordered some more Q-snaps because I keep keeping things in Q-snaps. And I thought, yeah, I'll order some more. My next one is Each Day Row by Bent Creek. I'm stitching this as a sow, stitch along, start along with Hazel, Ursh, Alison and Leslie. So yeah, and I did a bit more at the weekend. This can be done like this. That is what I've got done. This is 32 count vintage country mocha. I'm using all the called for threads, stitching 2 over 2. Yeah, somebody asked about, asking if I could say what threads I use, how many threads I use. Basically, I do 2 over 2 unless I tell you otherwise. Yeah, so there we go. So that's that one. And then my next one is one of my rotation pieces, which is QS Spirit of Winter Robin by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Zero Marchetti. This is my full coverage piece in my rotation, and that is what I've got done. I've gone up and managed to get the eye in there. I showed this on my last video, and I still had a day to stitch on it, so I managed to get up to the eye and do most of the eye. So yeah, this is 25 count Easy Guide by DMC, stitching 1 over 1 full cross. There we go. And then my next one it's sort of a new start, but it's not. This is Summer by the Sea by Jeannette Douglas Designs. I'm stitching the whole piece, the whole season's by the sea, but I've started Summer by the Sea. And that, so this here at the bottom is Spring by the Sea, and then this bit here is the start of Summer by the Sea. So I've done the sand and some of the sea. So yeah, this fabric is 32 count vintage sky blue, I think, by Zweigart. So yeah, so that's my progress on that. This thread is one of the sea ones, because usually I have I think there's 4 different colours, and I'll do the row, and then I'll pull it out at the side ready to do the next row. But the other 3 have got finished off, but this one still had some left, so that got left. So yeah, there we go. So that's Seasons by the Sea. There we go. And then my next one is my new hot nature piece. That Seasons by the Sea is my seasons piece. This is my nature piece, which is Holly Lane by, this one's Bothy threads. Originally it was Derwent Water Designs, but I think Derwent Water Designs got taken over by Bothy threads, so it's now a Bothy threads kit. And it came as a kit. I'm using all the kit materials. So, yeah, I think I started this as a year. I was meant to do it in a year, do a bit of it every month, and it didn't happen. So yeah, so that's my progress. This is 14 count ADA that came in the kit by Zweigart. And basically what I did the church that's in the background and the tree that's in the background. So that's what I did this time. Maybe some white filling in down at the bottom as well. So yeah, that's what I did on there. So that's Holly Lane by Bothy Threads. And then my next whip is my holidays piece, which is Christmas Snowfriends Banner by Stoney Creek. I didn't do much on this. I think it was around the time I was taking my mum to hospital and things. So basically, all I've done, I did the snowman's hat, or most of his hat, and then his face. That's all I got done. And that's it as far as it's going at the moment. So yeah. This is, what's it called? Pyramid. It's banding. It's 27 count banding by Mill Hill, I think, and I got it from Create Nostalgia. So yeah, I think it's called Pyramid because of the edging it's got. There we go. And then my last whip, which is the one I'm currently working on, is A Walk in the Woods by the Cricket Collection, Cross-Eyed Cricket. And I need my board for this one. So I've been struggling to do the top border, this bit. So I decided I'm going back to doing the letters, so I did the Q. So yeah, that's as much as I've got done so far. I've got to stitch on it again today. I didn't get time to stitch on it last night. So yeah, that's that up to now. This is just some, it's probably antique white even weave by Zweigart. So yeah, it's 32 count. There we go. So that's all my whips. Got quite a lot this time because I'm doing the ABCingo. I'm enjoying doing that. It reminds me of when I used to do the acrostics. But you're only stitching on it for an hour, so it's nice. You're getting a bit of progress, and then the next day you're stitching on something else, so it's nice. Because I used to manage to stitch on a few things in a day then. But that's when I wasn't working as much, so yeah. Right, so next, let's have a look what's next. Beading. So yeah, so I've only done a bit of beading. I went to beading on Tuesday night. Just did 2 hours, and I did some work on my Raven in the Moonlight, Raven in Moonlight Star by Iceni Bead, Iceni Bead Design. Good grief. Right, so yeah, this is what I'm working on. I've not got the other 2 pieces out. You've seen them before. If you've not, look at my previous video. Basically, I just did a couple more rows on the 3rd piece. So yeah, so that's what I've got done. I think there's another 4 rows maybe to do on this one, and then I can go on to the 4th piece. So yeah, it's just like that in a minute. So there we go. So that's my beading. I'll put that there so it doesn't get squashed. I've not brought my knitting up. I'm still knitting on the boy's sweater. No, I'm not knitting it because it's finished. The boy's sweater, a lady helped me to sew the sleeves in last week. She's really good at knitting, and I asked her if she could show me how she does it, and it was so much easier. So basically all I need to do is sew the seams up the sides and then down the sleeves, and yeah, it's still in the bag waiting to be done. So yeah. Right, and then I don't know if I told you, I got myself a pyrography set, because I did pyrography at the Craft and Golf Hotel that my husband and I went to back in June. And I finally got round to having a play with it, and I finished my dragon that I started in the Craft and Golf Hotel, Manor Ashbury Resorts. So I've actually managed to finish it. So all I need to do is to give it a light sanding, because there's a few little marks from the carbon paper that you use to get the design on the wood, and then I can varnish it. But yeah, that's my finished article. And then I've got a few pieces of wood to have a play with, making something else with my pyrography set. So yeah, so that's that. That's my dragon. Oh dear. Right. And then I've got some stash. The first one, I ordered this from Lakeside Needlecrafts at the Wrexham retreat in July, but I had to pre-order it, and it finally came the other day, and it's this one. This is The Legend of Freya. A lot of people are already stitching it. I'm waiting for some fabric from Fabrics by Crafty Kate to stitch it on, and then I can get a start on that. But yeah, I think it's fantastic, that design. It's a mermaid riding a seahorse. So yeah, just love that. So that one came. And then I've bought 2 charts. I've had them in my favourites on Etsy for some time. And then I saw, is it Deborah Sharp? Deborah Sharp on Facebook has been stitching these, and she keeps putting pictures on. So I had to buy them. So the first one is this. This is just called B, and it's not just cross stitch, it's speciality stitches as well. So there's that one, and that's the designer. It's a Ukrainian designer. And then I bought this one, which is called Pellet of the Lake, which is basically a dragonfly. I'm going to laminate these and then I can keep hold of them. So I bought both of those, so I'm going to make a start on one of them at some point. And then somebody put these on Facebook. I can't remember who it was. These are by Doreen Jones, again on Etsy, and they're called Tiny Sheep. It's cute little sheep designs, and I just had to get them. They're only a couple of pounds, so yeah, I bought them. So yeah, so that's my stash for this time. I don't think I've had any more stash, but yeah, don't think I have. Don't remember buying anything else. Right, so a couple of things I want to say about it's my Flossversary on the 10th of September, which is next Wednesday. I've been doing this for 5 years. 5 years. I can't believe I've been doing this for 5 years, but yeah, it's been 5 years. I started on the 10th of September 2020 doing Flosstube, and yeah, I'm still here. So yeah, surprising. So I'm going to do a giveaway, and it's going to be for a £25 voucher for a cross-stitch shop of your choosing, an online shop or a physical shop, if I can get a gift voucher from that shop. So I've not done a giveaway for a long time. It all got messed up, so yeah. But this is for a gift voucher, £25, whatever that is in your currency. When I buy it, that's what you'll get. So if you would like a £25 gift voucher for the shop of your choosing, in the comments I would like you to tell me what your favourite cross-stitch shop is, whether it be online or a physical shop, and why. Why is it your favourite shop? My favourite shop, can't tell you. I don't have a favourite shop. It depends what I want. But yeah, after going, I have to say, Nimble Thimble, the Nimble Thimble cross stitch shop is one of my favourites. I've been going there for quite a long time, probably, let me think, it's probably at least 10-15 years perhaps, and yeah, Chris is lovely. So yeah, that's one of my favourite shops. Create Nostalgia is also a favourite shop. But then I also like 123 Stitch and Let's Add Needlecrafts, and yeah, but yeah, let's see if you can tell me what your favourite cross stitch shop is. But please don't say anything to do with a giveaway or me please or win, anything that'll get the trolls coming. We don't want them. We definitely don't want any trolls. We want somebody who likes cross stitching to win the prize, and I'll draw it on my next video, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, if you comment before I do my next video, you've got a chance to win. I'll do the random comment generator to pick a winner. Anybody can enter, but yeah, just let me know what your favourite shop is, the shop that you'd like to have a voucher for. Yeah, okay, so that's for my 5-year Flossversary, which is next week. And I've actually put my name down for StitchCon. Yeah, StitchCon. A friend of mine in the US offered to let me stay at her home if I get a place at StitchCon. So on, what day was it? It was the other day, Wednesday, was it? Wednesday. I was sat there waiting for the time to come on. It was 5 o'clock here, noon Eastern time in the US. And as soon as the link came up, I was on it, put it in. So yeah, don't find out until October, the week beginning 1st of October, whether I've got a place. But hopefully I have, and then I'll be going to Cincinnati next year. So yeah, but it'll be a busy time because it's Wrexham, and then StitchCon, and then the cruise that I'm going on. I'll have a busy June. So yeah, so I'm going to hopefully going to StitchCon. Whew. It'll be really good. I think it's one of those once in a lifetime type of things, because it'll cost a lot of money, but yeah. Okay, right, what else have I got coming up? Right, so as I've said, this weekend I've got Cheshire Stitching Day tomorrow, and I've got the Coach Ramble on Sunday. And then in a couple of weeks I'm going for a weekend in Wales, which is when I'm supposed to be doing my next video. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it, because I'm going Friday to Sunday for the weekend. I don't think I'm going to be able to film there. I don't know. It depends what the internet's like and what we're doing. Basically, it's a few of us going. There's a few ladies going in a farmhouse in North Wales. And yeah, and then after that, my husband and I are going up to Scotland for a weekend. We're going staying in an Airbnb near Edinburgh, just for Friday to Monday. So that'll be nice weekend. And then in October I'm going to the Tartan Retreat. That's in Dumfries in Scotland. It's the first time I've gone to that retreat, so I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, that's what's coming up in the next month or two. As well as, obviously all of that depends on my mum, how my mum is, and things like that. But yeah, they're the plans I've got at the moment. But yeah, so they're my plans. I've not done any walking in the last 2 weeks. I'm really getting out of it at the minute. I'm going on Sunday for the Coach Ramble, which will be the first walk I've done since the last Coach Ramble. So yeah, I need to pull my finger out and get on with it. Just try and get out and do a walk at some point. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything else. I can't think of anything. But yeah, so yeah, if you'd like to enter the giveaway, please remember, don't say anything that'll tell people it's a giveaway, that you can win something. Please be over 18 so you can give me your address. Although if it's an online shop, it'll just be an email address. But yeah, please be over 18. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So yeah, so it should be the weekend of the 20th, 21st of September that I do my next video. It'll be around that time if it's not that weekend. So please make sure you comment before, let's say the 19th. Comment before the 19th of September if you'd like to be in with a chance of getting a gift voucher. I think that's it now. I'm going to stop waffling. So have a good 2 weeks. Take care of yourselves and those you love. Be kind always to everybody. Doesn't matter who they are, what they are. Be kind. And happy stitching. Bye for now.